Hola, hola, hola guys, it's me and I'm coming to you with another video. So this is going to be a little bit different, not so different because it's still in the makeup department, but I actually had a friend and fellow subscriber who actually gave me a good idea and said, hey Joe, why don't you show us what's in your client makeup bag? And I was like, why didn't I think of that? So I'm going to show you guys what is in my client makeup kit. So if you're interested, or if you are a new makeup if you are a new makeup artist, or you are thinking about going into the field or whatever, I'll just show you basically what's in my kit. I am pretty new, y'all. I consider myself new. I am not by any means like the most wonderful makeup artist in the world. I totally acknowledge that. I think that every person that you come in contact with is an experience and you learn from it. So yeah, and I'm still, you know, developing and I'm still gaining experiences. Unfortunately, this freaking pandemic kind of put everything at a standstill, and like the practice that I was putting in had to come to a stop, and it was kind of disappointed because there's only so much you can practice on yourself. One thing that a lot of people don't get is that it's not the same when you put makeup on yourself versus putting makeup on someone else. When I put makeup on myself, I already know my skin tone, I know my undertone, I know the curves and the shape of my face, so I already know pretty much what I want. But then it's something else, you know, when you're doing makeup on someone else. They have a different skin tone, different complexion. You got to figure out what their needs are, what they like, and pretty much experiment and learn. It's trial and error as you go. So that's pretty much one of the things, the biggest things, if anything, that me as a new upcoming makeup artist has learned. But in any event, I'm going to show you the basics that I have in my kit. Alright, so I'm going to try and go through my stuff as carefully and quickly as I can because like I have a lot of stuff in here. A lot of stuff I've been meaning to take out because I either don't use it or whatever. Anyway, so first product in my makeup bag is of 2 compartments, which I really need to like take out a lot of stuff. And I want a new makeup bag on top of that, but anyway. So the first thing that I'm going to show you, just because sometimes I may use it or may not use it, this is the Wander Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. So I like to have this around just in case it's needed. I find myself a lot of time not using it, but sometimes I do end up using it. I will use it in foundation and things like that. So this is a pretty good face oil for me to have in handy. Another thing that I have, and I actually got this from the makeup school that I was on, which unfortunately I had to finish online. But anyway, so this is a basic blush palette. And this pretty much just has a bunch of blushes, and you can use them separately. You can mix the colors for your clients. So this is another doohickey that I have, and you're gonna see that a lot of my palettes are not used so much, and one of the reasons why is because I do makeup mostly from my home. I don't go anywhere, or rather I don't travel to people's houses unless it's like a really special circumstance or something like that. So since I have so many products in my makeup room, sometimes they end up, you know, the clients or the models or whatever, they end up liking products that I have in the makeup room, and then I'll use those products. Of course, those products are always clean, they're always sanitized. You know, I try to be very clean and very professional with all my products, as well as every makeup artist should be. So this is a highlighting palette actually that I got from Wet n Wild, and I like Wet n Wild because they're really affordable with a lot of their products, and a lot of their products are good quality for the prices. So this is the Mega Glow highlighting palette. Now again, a lot of these highlighters, sometimes I use them, a lot of the times I don't, because a lot of them prefer like more simple makeup, or they want more of like a subtle highlight. They're not really into like those crazy loud, you know, blue highlight and pink highlight and stuff like that. A lot of them don't want that. So I carry with me just in a while, just once in a blue, but I tend to take, I don't know, I'm gonna have to take that out. But anyway, here's another palette. This is actually a lip palette. So you have a whole bunch of lip colors in this palette. And some of them I've used, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors out of all of them. I don't use this too much, again, because a lot of the clients that, you know, most of my clients that I have worked on, or models or whatever, will come in and they see something else in my drawer or something on my table. A lot of them like mattes, for me, that I've run into anyway. So I'll end up using that. I also have this, and this I use once in a blue. This is the Wet n Wild Again Photo Focus, and this is a multi-usage oil. So you can use this on cuticles, you can use this, you know, a little bit on your hands, you can use this on your face. So I like this. I like the way it smells, and I have used it once or twice on people, and you know, they've kind of sort of liked it too. So you know, I kept it in my little kit. Okay, so that was the first compartment of my makeup bag, which I desperately need to just minimize so much crap in here. It's like so heavy. So now I'm gonna go into the main compartment of my makeup bag, and I'm going to show that to you guys. So first thing I guess I should show you, oh god, okay, so here's another palette. And this is a contour and blush palette. So as you can see, so you have, you know, your light colors, and then you have your darker colors. Again, I have not really touched this too much. I've probably maybe dabbled with these two, but this is also another palette that I do have in there. What else do I have? Oh yeah, of course you have to have your little palette and spatula. This is where I would mix my concealers, where I mix foundations for different skin tones, obviously. So I have that there. Alright, so I also have a bag here, and these are just professional sponges from NYX. I like them. I find them to be useful as well, and I don't use them too much, but sometimes I will use them, especially if I'm doing color correction around this area. So you know, once in a blue I will use those. So yeah, as far as, let me see what else I have. Oh yeah, so I have this, which is really good. A lot of people, I would assume, would use this. I still don't know how to say it. Is it Embryolisse? I think that's how you say it, Embryolisse Laboratories. And this is a cream, and you can use this not only as a face cream, this will prime your skin. This is perfect as a moisturizer. You can use it as a makeup primer. Some people use it as a mask as well, and I really like it myself. So I bought this for my clients. This actually was a recommendation. I recommended it to have one of these in your kit, and it really is so nice. It's light, but it's such a great moisturization. So if you do want to look into getting one for yourself, they actually do sell them on Amazon, and this is for all skin types as well, which is obviously why I would have it in my makeup bag. So yeah, what else? Okay, so then I have, like, well, let me continue on my supplies pretty much. So I got this little empty bottle and filled it up with some alcohol. So I definitely carry alcohol with me to clean, to sanitize anything that I need to sanitize. Very important to have some sanitizing properties in your makeup bag. What else do I have? I also have, what should I show you guys? Alrighty, yes, I also have this too. This is from NYX as well. This is the On The Spot makeup brush spray remover. So it says what it does, y'all. This is to clean your makeup brushes. So you know, those makeup brushes that are, you know, the spray formulas are perfect, especially when you are doing makeup or you're doing more than one person, you don't have time to wash your brushes. Then we definitely use that to clean our brushes in between. I also carry around just miscellaneous stuff, some disposable mascara wands, because you want to keep the sanitizing things going on. I have my little mascara. This is mascara from e.l.f. You obviously are not going to be dipping into it with the same you know, wand and then do it on the same person. That's gross. It's not, it's not sanitary. So we have disposable wands. I carry my disposable wands. I think I have like disposable lip wands somewhere. I have to look for them. But yeah, so I also have some lashes. These are individual lashes. These are, you know, really good if you want to do some really natural looks, wedding looks and things like that. I have another box here from Ardell as well. And then what else? Oh, I have some sponges, which these sponges are actually new. I haven't even used them. And I always make sure that these are clean and sanitized. I don't know, this is pretty, I guess that this is like kind of like a hot topic, because there's a lot of people that do not use sponges, and then there's some that do use sponges, you know, because of the whole sanitation thing. So I don't know, I have used them and they've been fine for me so far. I thoroughly sanitize everything, and I don't use multiple things on the same clients either. So you try to be as clean as you can. Of course, I have my brushes, which is not here. It's obviously put away, but I do have my brushes that I use, and of course, brushes would make the most sense, of course, because those are easy to sanitize. But I do have my sponges as well, just in case. So I do have my foundations. The foundations that I use are from Inglot, and I have actually 4 different colors of foundations. From here is where we come up with the vast color range that we would have to come up with. So from here is where we would come up with the different you know, colors for our clients. You would mix them up. If they're darker, if they're lighter, you're mixing them, which takes practice as well. And then I actually have from e.l.f. I have some adjusters that you would put with your foundation, because sometimes you know, it's not the perfect match. Sometimes you need a little help. So I have a white adjuster. So if the foundation needs to be much more lighter than what it is, I have this one as well for darker skin tones, red adjuster. I also have this golden one, because there are some people with a lot more golden tones, and you want to adjust that a little bit. I thought I had 4, but I guess I only have 3. Alrighty, and then I have, of course, some concealers, which are also from Inglot, and it's the same system like the foundations. We carry different colors, and then from there we're mixing them up to get the best color that we possibly can. So then I have pretty much some more mascaras, some eyeliners. I like to carry gel eyeliners because they're much easier to glide on the eye, especially if you're dealing with someone who has, you know, more mature skin. You don't want to just drag the eye or anything like that. You want to be as gentle as you can. So if you're looking for something like that, I would recommend a gel liner. So I have this little concealer palette, which I use once in a blue. Though I haven't used it that much, but I do have one just in case I need to. So I also have, let me see, I also have an illuminating concealer. Sometimes if you are dealing with more mature skin types, a lot of times you don't want to slather on a bunch of foundation or a bunch of concealer around their eyes. You need to be careful with that. You want to go with a more dewy formula, and not something that's so matte that's going to weigh them and make them look older than what they are. So I like to have a nice illuminating concealer, and this is from Bare Minerals. This is the Stroke of Light Eye Brightener. So I like to have that as well. I also carry my powder from Inglot. This is a clear powder, so just for our little oily skin types, then I would obviously use that. What else do I have? I also have eye primer. This is a favorite of mine from Anastasia, her eye primer. I also have gel liner, which these are really preferred more. You don't want to use a liquid liner pen, again, because it's not sanitary. I cannot use a liquid liner pen on someone and then go to another person and use it. It's not sanitized. It's not sanitary. So we deal a lot with gel liners, unless of course the client has her own makeup, which has happened to me on occasion, that they have their own stuff and they want to use their own stuff, which works out for me, and I'm like, well, no problem. So yeah. So the palette that I usually keep in my kit, talking about eyeshadow palette, is the Smashbox Full Exposure eye palette, and this is typically the one that I always deal with because, you know, this is pretty much a multitasking palette. You can use this not only to do natural looks, you can do sultry looks on this, you can do smoky looks on this, and you can also use the colors to fill in brows, which is how we were taught, or how I was taught rather. There are some clients that they're not into the whole shaping and, you know, with pomade and drawing and all this. Sometimes they want a more just natural look, just fill in my brows, and this is actually perfect to deal with, and it's easy to deal with. So this is the basic palette that I would have. Obviously, I have more palettes, and if they want something more colorful, or they want something different, or they're showing me a picture of someone with a certain color, then obviously I would go into my other palettes that I have and use those. But for a neutral look or just an all general look, I would use this. And what else do I have? I also have these powders from Orpha. This is a blush. You can use it as a blush or a bronzer. And I also have from Orpha, because I do like Orpha as well. And I keep this little refill in here, and this is You Glow Girl, and this is actually a really nice highlighter, and there have been quite a couple of people that have actually really liked that highlight, so I keep it in my bag because they like it. Another highlighter that I have, this is from, let me see, this is from Pure Minerals, and this is called Afterglow. This is another highlighter that I find a lot of people like, and I really like it. It's a really nice highlighter. And I also have, what else? I think I took it out my bag. Yeah, I had one from The Balm Cosmetics, which is a very it's a very subtle highlight, which a lot of people like as well. They don't like that loud highlighting things. Some of them just like a really nice basic highlighter, especially if they're more on the mature side. You know, they don't want to look like they're in their 20s when they're not. So yeah, and I have that too. I also, once in a while, I will take a little powder glitter with me. It's not really glitter, it's more of like a shimmer. This is from Naked Cosmetics, and I will keep that in my bag too, because this is a natural thing, a natural color. What I mean, it's more of a natural color, and it gives you that nice little shimmer, but it's not anything over exaggerative. A lot of the times I will use my own finishing sprays that I have here, because again, I do makeup in my home, but in my kit, just in case, I also keep a makeup mist and set from e.l.f. And the reason I keep this is more for like normal skin type and things like that. If I use one of mine on somebody, it would be because they have more of an oily complexion or a combo complexion, and then I'll use one of mine because I have combo skin. And I also have this little doohickey that I really like. It saves my life. Is this little sleeve here that I like to put, and you put this on your arm. It has some slots, and I can put, you know, some makeup brushes in here when I'm working with the person, and I have this little nice Velcro here, and this is actually serves to clean my brushes. So if I am using a brush and I need to clean it real quick, I'll just clean it real quick and just keep on doing the makeup of my client. And I also, this was one more thing that I actually forgot to tell you, but I also keep micellar water. I also have micellar water because micellar water is great. So this one is from Bioderma, and I also like to keep this in my bag because it's just perfect just to tone up the skin, clean off any impurities that the client may have prior to, you know, prepping their face with whatever moisturizer or primer, whatever you're gonna put. I like to use that as well. So there you have it. I showed you the products that are basically in my client makeup kit. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I tried to present it as best as I could because I'm like going like one by one and I'm trying to like look and see what I have in my bag. But yeah, so that is pretty much more or less what we deal with. My kit is very basic, but of course I'm always looking to update and of course taking out products and putting products because your kit constantly that's my phone, y'all. I do not have like AOL Messenger but my, you know, their kits are constantly changing, which is one of the many reasons, you know, I know a lot of people were, you know, they'll like freak out about like the price that, you know, a lot of people will put on their makeup looks and things like that. And one of the things that you have to understand is sometimes, you know, makeup is not the cheapest because the stuff that we use is, you know, it's good quality and it's not the cheapest. And sometimes I will incorporate affordable products. Like you saw, I did have some stuff from Wet n Wild, which is a very affordable brand, but then I have things that are, you know, more upscale, and again, other palettes and other products that I don't have in this kit that I tend to use, and they're good quality. I mean, this kit alone is just gonna be easily, I don't know, maybe $200 if anything, you know, because of just all the products. I mean, the foundations alone are expensive, let alone everything else, and then you're incorporating the brushes and the supplies and everything else. So, you know, it stacks up, and the thing is that we're buying this stuff, you know, it's not cheap, you know what I mean? So I think that's probably the biggest thing that maybe a lot of people would understand, would need to understand. Me personally, I try to be as affordable as I can. I think that I'm pretty affordable right now because I'm still new, so I don't want to, you know, go and put up these prices when I know that, you know, I'm not there yet, you know what I mean? So as you know, you keep practicing your craft and you keep improving, and you know, that's about it. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Be safe out there, and yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go I don't know, watch a movie or something, take off my makeup, I don't know. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.